What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Tit For Tat podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm on my boys, Max, Jay, and Latif. Y'all say what's up.
What's up, guys?
Yo,
What up?
How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling?
Good weather's pretty nice today. It was pretty sunny out here today, so it's cold, but sun was shining, so it was a pretty good day in January.
Kendrick Nunn is off my basketball team. Life is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Two-game
Yeah,
win
wait.
streak.
Yeah, I forgot to say, we're officially a Brock Purdy podcast. We stand with Brock Purdy.
It is crazy that somebody,
Latif
no
is
names,
off the chain.
thought that the Cowboys were going to beat the 49ers.
Yeah,
I don't know who thought that, but
Thank you to everyone in the comments who stood with me over Brock Purdy over Dak Prescott when the Cowboys lost because of Dak Prescott. So, Latif, didn't you say he was a top 10 quarterback?
I never said that in my mouth.
If you want to go check back the other video, I said
that never came out my mouth, nigga.
How much should I bet? How much should I bet?
Talking about? I've never said that in my life.
I'll pull up the clip after this.
Dak Prescott, a top 10 quarterback.
Bro,
I've never said that in
Dak
my life.
Prescott's top 10 quarterback.
No, I did not.
please play the clip. I want this to go on TikTok. Right now, play the
Bro.
fucking clip of this nigga saying Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback.
I never said that. What are y'all talking about, bro?
I asked you
swear,
where's Dak Prescott. Okay, rewatch the video.
We're gonna find this movie on TikTok and you go look dumb.
I'm pretty sure you said Dak Prescott was top 10 at his best, but Dak Prescott was top 10.
Okay, so is Dak Prescott at his best not a top 10 quarterback?
No, he
What
showed
is
that
his best at this point, my boy?
Exactly. His best might be. At the end of the day, he led the league in picks after playing
The
five
Bucks
less games.
suck.
Exactly.
I'm just confused. This is a question for all of y'all.
Dotted out the Bucks.
Well, not all of y'all, just Latif. How did you think? You thought the Bucks were going to beat the Cowboys, but the 49ers wouldn't? And I just don't, that does not make sense to me. Everybody here, I was the only one who thought the Cowboys were going to beat the Bucks. Or I'm not going to say I was the only one. I was the only one that was very confident. I was very confident in that. But at least you guys knew that the 49ers would beat the Cowboys, and I respect that. Latif, you were wrong about both. And I just want to know what was like, you got the 49ers,
it's an easy answer. It's an easy answer, Zay. One team has Brock Purdy and one team has Tom Brady. So that's just my answer. That's my answer. One team has Tom Brady, one team has Brock Purdy.
The Bucks have been bad all season. The 49ers were one of the hottest teams in the league. That's my whole point.
First of all, one, they had beat them. No, they're not. They were not one of the hottest teams in the league. They just lost.
Yeah,
they lost.
Bro, what's it called? The Seahawks led the division in the beginning of the season. Niggas thought Seattle was going to win the goddamn division.
What are you talking about?
So 49ers have not been leading the NFC
Oh, no,
West
I'm saying
season.
okay, yeah, they're hot.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
The Cowboys. My bad. Listen, no, what I'm saying is...
Time out. I mean, this is our first topic. Like, we might as well just get into it. We kind of had introductions or whatever. Like, let's just make sure, like, we are talking right now. We will ease into talking about the NFL playoffs. I know we were talking about how our day was going, and now we're going straight to this. So let's just keep this on. Let's talk about the playoffs. Let's talk about how we thought the weekend went. I'll let you guys resume. Okay. I just want to kind of keep that movement so we don't go back to my day was great. Now let's just keep going on with this.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. I don't bet against Tom Brady. I don't ever bet against Tom Brady.
Stupid.
It's a thing I don't do. He's literally the greatest quarterback ever. So I'm not betting against him. So I don't think he would lose in the first round to the Cowboys. I'm sorry, but then
also the first round on the Titans before when he was still on in New England.
So when I saw,
here's the thing about football. Here's the thing about football. Shut up. Here's the thing about football. It's not basketball. You can't just put the best player in the league and it can go out there and get you a W. That's just not how it works. It's not basketball. Football, if you have a bad team, I don't care who your quarterback is, you're not going to win that game against a much better team. If there are two teams who are all right, they're both around average, all right, may the best quarterback win. Okay. But the Cowboys are a lot better team than the Bucks. The Bucks were a generally bad team with a great quarterback.
Time out. I think when we look forward to next weekend, I know we'll talk about this later. I was talking about this a couple of days ago with my friends when we were watching the games. The two teams in the NFC, I think, are the most complete, right? I think the Eagles and the Niners are the most complete teams of football. But if I'm betting on a team to win, I'm going to bet on the Bengals or the Chiefs because they have the better quarterback.
But those teams are all good, though. That's the difference. Those teams are all four teams are good. So at that point, it might become a quarterback.
Yeah, but still, like
the Bucks are a genuinely bad team, though. They're a bad team, and
but
that's
y'all didn't even let me get my explanation out. So listen, when
it's
Brock
okay.
Purdy,
we don't want to hear.
I saw them.
Next, stop. It's okay.
When I saw Brock Purdy play the Seahawks for the first 3 quarters, he was pretty bad. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't like good either. I think they made a lot of mistakes. I think the San Francisco 49ers showed they were human. So when I picked the Cowboys over the 49ers, I just thought, like, first of all, let's talk about that. The Cowboys played 4 quarters of amazing defense the whole entire game. They really limited the 49ers. The only reason they lost that game is because Dak Prescott is just terrible. He's terrible. He's shitty. They need to move on for him. The Cowboys need to upgrade a quarterback because he is shitty.
This is big
like,
coming from
in the
you.
words of LaShawn McCoy, he is ass for real. Like, bro, the first pick.
You were in the group chat. You were in the group chat getting gassed up over Dak throwing like a 10-yard pass.
The first pick was people were trying to blame it on Michael Gallup. That was not Michael Gallup's fault. First of all, that wasn't open. It wasn't open. Like the corner played a really good defense on that, and it wasn't open. And then the second pick, he had Michael Gallup wide open. I mean T.Y. Hilton wide open in the seam, and he threw it to CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb had been eating all game. But it's just like both of those led to points for the 49ers. It's not like the Cowboys defense didn't play well. So when I picked the Cowboys, I didn't think that was going to play that fucking terrible. And I thought the Cowboys would play, the Cowboys defense would play good, which they did. If he plays decent, even decent, they win that game. Brock Purdy did not do good last. Brock Purdy didn't do. He made throws when he needed to.
Brock Purdy played safe. Like he did not play bad. He didn't play good. He played safe.
Yes, it's easy to play safe when you have Kyle Shanahan. It's easy to play safe when you have Kyle Shanahan.
I'm just saying he didn't need to play amazing. He obviously did not need to play amazing because he didn't. He played safe and they won the game.
No, because if Dak Prescott plays okay, they win that game.
Cool. That's not true. You can't say that because he didn't play well. Because if he did, Kyle Shanahan has a different approach to that whole game. As you can't if he doesn't throw the interception in their red zone and then in the 49ers red zone, do they win the game? Yes or no? What up, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Before we talk about the AFC and who we think is going to win the championship game, I want to say something very bold, very hot. I think if the Lions make the playoffs, there is a chance they're in the championship game. I'm sorry.
Lions.
I believe
Detroit?
Yes. I believe there's a chance. I believe there's a solid chance that they would have been in the championship game right now.
Respectfully, though, like we just said about Dak Prescott, they did. So, like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's right.
Because, like, you make fun of me and me being wishy-washy when we talk about every debate. I'm just saying, yeah, if plays a big role. But at the end of the day, we got to talk about the right now.
Okay. So anyways, let's talk about the right now. Let's talk about how Joe Burrow proved that he's the second best quarterback in the league. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because you was talking about Justin Herbert this, Justin Herbert that. Justin Herbert with a 27-0 lead. Joe Burrow beat Josh Allen 27-10. That's all I want to say.
Zay, who's the best quarterback of all time in your opinion?
Me being unbiased or biased?
Who's the best quarterback in the league, in your opinion?
In the league or of all time?
Sorry, of all time. Who's the best quarterback of all time? Cool.
Peyton Manning.
So, like, that's literally my logic with Justin Herbert.
But
What's the logic with Justin Herbert? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
He has done more touchdowns. He has more passing yards. He's done it with worse receivers. He's done it with an injured O-line.
It's not the same. Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert aren't Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, though, so you can't just, like, try to equate the two out.
Whole time, we are going to look at this in 10 years, and I think those would be two top 3 quarterbacks in the league. Like, I think they will have these similar arcs.
But here's my thing.
I'm just going to say, your reasoning for Peyton Manning is going to be my same reasoning.
But that's all time. There were seasons and stuff where Brady was better. But here's the thing. Burrow has proved that every season since they've been in the league that he's been a better quarterback. And then he proved it again this playoffs. This is a totally different take. If Herbert wins that game or doesn't blow a 27-0 lead and Joe Burrow doesn't blow out Josh Allen, then now this might be a little debate. But Joe Burrow's already better quarterback to me, and then he even proved it. He's like Burrow, he's been in the championship game every year besides he's been a rookie. I'm pretty sure. Or
Joe Burrow is the second best. Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in the league. He is.
Yeah,
Zay, he showed it this weekend.
Championship game every single year.
No, he said before he got rookie injury.
Besides rookie year, that's what I said.
So yeah,
Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to think about it, but yeah, Josh Allen definitely. That was a scary game.
What do you mean? You got to think about it. Who are you? Who is in your?
Who's your top 5? Who's your top 5?
In no order? I'm saying no order.
No, in order. In order.
Now we didn't
That's
talk
the
about
whole
this.
conversation.
Yes, we can. We can do a pod. No, we can do a top 5 real quick. I'm not asking for everybody's top 5. Just your top 5 real quick.
Make sure I'm not forgetting anybody.
What you like? Come on, man.
Because the top four should all be the same. I just want to know what order you're going to have them in.
That's where I'm going to disagree with y'all.
Okay, who's one? I think we all agree on one, right?
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes with 2 legs is 1. Patrick Mahomes with 1 leg is 2. You see that Nick Wright thing?
Yeah, I saw that. That was
wild.
Man.
Okay, who?
That's my thing. Like, the way that stuff's like stacking up is, I think Joe Burrow played better than Josh Allen.
He's better than him.
I think Justin Herbert is better than Joe Burrow, in my opinion. But I don't think Justin Herbert's 2.
He's more talented than him. He's more talented than him.
I'm trying to think of how it works, and it's not working in my head. So
Joe Burrow and then wait, hold on. Another thing about the Peyton Manning Tom Brady debate. Peyton Manning was winning MVPs, 5 MVP. He has the most MVPs of all time. Justin Herbert, you can't.
He was coming up short in the playoffs, though. Peyton Manning was coming up short.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But it's not like Justin Herbert just had some insane season and then came up short. They both had very.
They're both 3 years into their career. They're both 3 years into their career.
What do you mean? They're both 3s.
They've played 3 seasons. They've played 3 seasons so far.
Okay.
So like I'm just saying, yes, Joe Burrow could go win more Super Bowls, and we can talk about this later on. But right now, all I'm saying is I'm looking at what they've done, and yeah, Joe Burrow's went to 2 AFC championships, 1 Super Bowl, lost
in 3 years.
Super Bowl.
In 3 years. Or no, 4. I mean, get 4. Whatever.
I get it. And that's where you're gonna make fun of me, and I talk about like the whole like, oh, if this person's healthy, so I'm not just gonna talk about it. I think Joe. Yeah, you just used that logic, so you can't even get worked up. You literally just said that.
What are you talking about? Just go.
At the end of the day, like I'm just simply saying like, you look at the stats, completion percentage. I think it's Joe Burrow's better. But when you talk about overall passing.
Go.
Passing yards, touchdowns, interceptions.
In my opinion, it's not that big of a difference for you to ignore just playoff success. You just can't. If it was a gigantic difference, like Peyton Manning winning 5 MVPs to kind of even it out, because I'm not gonna lie, Tom Brady on stats, yeah, greatest, but Peyton Manning with 5 MVPs, you can't ignore it. Justin Herbert does not have that. He's not that much better of a regular season quarterback than Burrow to kind of like equate it. They're not. He's like, if he's a slightly better regular season quarterback, sure, but playoffs, Joe Burrow. Make sure that's not even. So I feel like this.
I mean, I don't know how this turned into another Joe Burrow versus Herbert.
I just had to prove I was right.
But listen, we talking about what Joe Burrow proved and what Josh Allen proved and like what like our in general reaction to the games this week. And I just think Joe Burrow definitely proved he was the second best quarterback. I think for me, Josh Allen proved that he is not one of the greatest quarterbacks in the playoff history. Like people were really saying that. Before this game and before the Miami game, like, oh, Josh Allen, he's one of the greatest playoff performers in history. No, he's not. He's had 3 good games, 4 bad to okay games, and then another good game. So I think he's 4 for 4, and his 8 games he's mediocre. Like he has good games, but he has really bad games. Like the last week against Cincinnati, I think the difference was like, first of all, both of the offensive lines are bad, but Joe Burrow, he gets that ball out fast. He's cerebral. Like he's the smartest quarterback in the league, Zay. That man is the smartest quarterback in the league.
I said that.
He's the smartest quarterback in the league.
I said that. I said that last episode. Yeah.
Zay. So I'm just doing some quick little research. Peyton Manning was drafted in 98, right?
Okay, but if you're talking about this, that's from 36 years at least. I was not watching football in 2004, so
that's what I'm saying. I'm simply saying if you're going off their career paths, Tom Brady got drafted in 2000 and won his first ring in 2002. Peyton Manning didn't win his first MVP ring till 2003.
And it wasn't born for either one of those.
What does that mean?
I don't understand what that proves.
Tom, I'm just saying, like when you look at your trajectories, whatever.
If you 3 years in their career, Peyton
Manning led the league in interceptions his rookie year. Cool. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying like, oh, in the future they can have these crazy projections, but like, you can build a resume. I'm looking at how good you can play right now. I get it. Right, like it's cool. They did blow a 27-point lead. That's tough. Sorry
to the Jaguars. Not somebody like the Chiefs.
The Jaguars are a bad team.
I'm not just saying. I'm just saying it's the one thing about 27 thing to like the Chiefs. Like they just get really hot. But
how many of us picked Jacksonville to win that game? did not like 2-3 of us all.
I
did too.
I picked the Chargers.
See, exactly. So 75% of us were right on that. Like we all know how good Jacksonville.
Okay.
Can be.
Speaking of Jacksonville,
starting a game 0-0, not down 27-0. If at halftime you say you're still going to beat the Jaguars, pick the Jaguars, you're lying. So what are we talking about?
I bet on it.
At halftime that the Jaguars are going to
win.
What are we
speaking of the Jaguars, they played the Chiefs this weekend. So like, what did y'all see from that game?
Chiefs 31-10.
Yeah, I mean, if Mahomes is healthy, then it doesn't matter.
I just think like.
Mahomes, I don't think just healthy because the way he was playing in the second half was not the. If you play how he was like, he was.
Credit to the Jaguars for keeping it close, but like I mean, they could have put more pressure on him while he was injured. They didn't really blitz that much or rush that much when he was injured. He couldn't move that much. But I mean, I think if Patrick Mahomes doesn't go out, I think it's not a blowout, but it's just 20-point game or something.
I think like 18, but yeah, a little.
I think general,
it was cool. Like it was cool they kept it close, but they only kept it close. Like I think Jacksonville's a good team. Like we said, I think it was kind of like okay, like it was cool for a little bit, but that's only because Chad Henne was in there for a little. Or not Chad Henne. Yeah, Chad Henne.
I think my general takeaways though is that Patrick Mahomes is just proving like he's an all timer. He's an all timer. Like
top 5 all time.
Yeah, he's already top 5 all time in my eyes. But when all said and done, bro, like Mahomes might be the GOAT. Like it's not many players in history.
Okay, hold on.
Don't interrupt me. It's not many players in history that's breaking the ankle and going back out there.
This goes to your legacy. So we'll talk about this more in our next episode. We'll talk about our predictions and get more of a deep dive into the AFC and NFC championship games. But if you look back and let's say the Bengals truly do own the Chiefs, the Bengals win, whatever. Mahomes made 5 straight AFC championships, and it's 1 Super Bowl to show for it.
No, he doesn't. He has 2 Super Bowls because he made it to the Super Bowl twice. First of all,
did he win it?
I mean, so what are your point of bringing up AFC championships? And he got past the AFC championship.
Five straight AFC championships, and he only has 1 Super Bowl. Like, are
right
you
now?
Looking at, I'm just saying, like, I don't know for how great.
I'm not looking. First of all,
I'm
not looking at Patrick Mahomes different. I'm not looking at Patrick Mahomes different. 1, because he's injured. 2, because I think the Bengals are an overall better team than the Chiefs. Like this is not a Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes thing because we're not going to make it that because Patrick Mahomes clears.
No, Patrick Mahomes
is not a conversation.
Healthy, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback, but we can't have excuses of every year. You know what I'm saying?
But hold on, the championship game, you can't just say that 5 straight championship games. That's 5 straight Super Bowls and 1 ring. I'd be like, okay, championship game. There's still 4 teams left. That's like if in basketball we start counting players. Then he made it to 8 Western Conference Finals and has 2 rings to show for that. He still has to win the Western Conference and then still has to win the NBA Finals. That's still a lot.
Again, it's a little different because you play 7-game series. This is 1 game.
Okay, so listen, this 5-year stretch is the best in NFL history. I don't want to hear that's like it is. It's the best in NFL history.
What you mean?
5-year stretch. First 5 years to start a career.
5 years.
My bad. First 5 years to start an NFL career is the best in history.
Oh yeah, for sure. Obviously.
Like so, I don't want to hear that. Like he's gonna make more AFC championships and more AFC championships. And I ain't gonna lie. We're not gonna get to predictions. We're not gonna get to predictions, but I think that the Cincinnati Bengals are being a little too cocky. I don't like what I'm seeing from them. They talking about Burrow head and all this other stuff. Bro, listen, I'm picking the Chiefs, and I think. Listen, that's all I gotta say. They're just too cocky. I don't like how they act. I don't like Eli Apple. I hate Eli Apple.
Yeah, everyone does.
Eli Apple sucks.
Year, though, we're not talking about. Like,
no, he has not had a good year. He has not had a good year.
No, it was like something I just saw like on Instagram, TikTok, or ESPN. And it was like
Eli Apple sucks, bro.
He's been locking people up. That's the thing. Everyone wants that narrative. He's not that bad actually. But so with the 4 teams left, it's kind of tough because I would love to see a KC and Philly Super Bowl, but I just have no confidence in me like enjoying a Super Bowl game. So I think it's going to be Cincinnati and San Fran. Like I just think overall, I think San Fran has a better defense. I think Brock Purdy will do enough to get it done.
The Eagles are not losing to the 49ers.
I don't know. I want the Chiefs to go.
Why do you hate the 49ers so much?
I don't hate them.
Him or me?
Latif.
Okay, so
just said
true or false? True or false?
I'm not saying that the Eagles have no chance. I'm just saying you just said that so confidently. Like that's crazy.
Like, the Eagles have an amazing team. I don't know why. I'm just thinking like.
I'm not talking about predictions right now. But Latif, you just said like there's no chance that the 49ers win.
So Zay, the Cowboys pick, that was I'll say ill-advised, right? But this one, the Eagles, bro, like, come on, it's an argument between they have the most complete roster.
Don't say come on like it's just an easy choice. It's not.
I'm saying
it's a tough decision.
They probably have the most complete roster in the NFL, and then when you match up the quarterbacks, it's night and day. It's night and day. So I just think.
But I'm saying like,
let me go. I think the Eagles are going to do a good job, like the Cowboys did. They don't have as good of a defense, but they have still a top defense. I think they're going to do a good job on defense, containing Brock Purdy, containing Debo, containing Kittle. Debo didn't have that good of a game last game, but Kittle went off. Ayuk played good. I think it's going. I'm not going to say they're going to blow them out or anything. I think it's going to be a good game. I just got the Eagles coming out of it. I can feel it. I say that pretty confident.
How much money would you put on that? How much money would you?
$100. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. None of these games I'm putting more than $20 up. I'm not that confident any bet for any team.
Latif, I'm not trying to come off as a Patrick Mahomes hater at all. I really want Patrick Mahomes to succeed, but like the fact that 3 times in a row the Bengals have either. Well, the last game was
bro. It was one time in the playoffs. The regular season does not matter, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The regular season does not matter.
They beat him in the playoffs last year.
I just said it's one time in the playoffs. They beat them twice in the regular season. Once this year, one last year, and one time in the playoffs. So the only thing that really matters is the playoffs. So all this 3-0 stuff is one game.
The game in the regular season last year was damn near a playoff game. You're competing for that number 1 spot. That's a serious play game.
They were not competing for the number 1 spot. They were not competing for the number 1 spot last year.
Who's they?
Bro, the Titans had the number 1 spot. They were not competing for the number 1 spot last year.
Okay, cool. I'm just saying, like, that is a playoff game. Week 17 between 2 top teams is a playoff game. Basically, you're playing for position. You're playing for whatever.
I think the trend I've seen in all 3 of these games. First of all, the Chiefs are going up big. They're going up like at least 2 touchdowns in the beginning, and then the Bengals are coming back. But also in the last game of this regular season, if Travis Kelce doesn't fumble that, I think we have a different conversation. And all the games have been lost by 3 points. So it's not like. It's a very tight series.
You're saying in the series? In the
yes,
series?
all of the games have been lost by 3 points, literally. It was 31-34, 27-24 twice. So I just feel like this is a very close series, and I'm just picking Mahomes. I just think this year.
I get it.
To be fair, the Bengals almost did lose to a backup quarterback. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not confident.
That's what I'm saying. Burrow did not look great in that game. Burrow looked kind of mid in that game. That's not like. I'm just saying.
That's because the Ravens have a very good defense, though.
I agree, but like Buffalo has an okay defense. They're not terrible at all. They're a pretty good defense.
They were injured. They were injured on their D line.
That's what I'm saying. That Cincinnati O line is beat up, and they looked like very serviceable. Mixon was cutting it up for yards. Samaje Perine, like people were getting open. Like people were running the football with that injured O line. That's why I was kind of like I was big. Like when we talked about it, I said I had the Bills because Jonah Williams is out, Lionel Collins is out. What is Alex Kappa out? There's like 3 guys who are all out. Like that's big, but like the guys who came in stepped up and like, I mean, their O line like, whatever. Obviously, Burrow got hit a couple times, but like they were serviceable. They were playing good against pretty good Bills defense, and I'm just saying like the Chiefs defense has been their biggest issue all year. So like that's what I'm saying. Like both teams.
The Chiefs defense is situational, and they step up in the playoffs. They have stepped up in the playoffs nearly every single year. They're playing decent. I think they play when they need to make plays against the Jags, and they make plays. But anyways, Jaden, I feel like we haven't heard from you about this at all. We haven't really.
Yeah,
what was your takeaways from this weekend?
He has shirtless men in the background of his video. We all got distracted for a second.
Oh no, I just got a lot of stuff going on right now. But if I'm being real, bro, I think that Chiefs game, I fell asleep on that. If I'm being real.
Oh yeah, you thought it was gonna be a blowout. You thought it was gonna be a blowout.
I saw Pat Mahomes get hurt, and then after that, I was like, all right, cool. Went to sleep. What game was before that, bro? What's wrong with you? Oh,
Bengals, Bills.
Yeah, Bengals, Bills. Bengals dominated the Bills. Whatever. Josh Allen, it was kind of a shit show.
Eagles, Giants, is anything to talk about. Cowboys, Niners.
Yeah, the Cowboys, Dak is just ass.
Yeah, they got to move on, bro. They need to upgrade. They literally have. People want to say he having the weapons, stuff like that, bro. He had a good running game.
What do you upgrade with, though? Do you go out and get like Aaron Rodgers? Do you think that
that's pretty unrealistic? That's pretty unrealistic.
How do you upgrade?
I don't know. They got Jerry Jones to figure it out. I feel like
$40 million to Dak Prescott.
I understand it, but Jerry Jones can figure it out. I feel like Jerry Jones is an underrated GM. He's built a really good team in Dallas, especially on the defense end. First of all, the people want to talk about their weapons. See, like they talking about T.Y. Hilton and Gallup has been playing as well. But first of all, T.Y. Hilton would have scored a touchdown on that streak if Dak Prescott hits him. So I just think they got to upgrade their quarterback. They're not winning anything with Dak. Their ceiling is a divisional round. They're not going anywhere else with Dak. He sucks. And I wasn't saying when I was saying, oh, the Cowboys were going to win. I wasn't talking about, oh, Dak's going to go crazy. No, I was talking about defense. I thought the defense was going to limit.
You talked about Dak being top 10, though.
I said the defense was going to limit them, which they did for the whole entire game. Mm-hmm. I just thought he would play a little bit better. I didn't think he would be like terrible, bro. But yeah, we've been on that topic for a long time. What we got next, Jay?
So we talked about all the NFL stuff, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're going into some NBA topics. I know Zay and Teef are gonna have a blast with this one. Actually, Zay is gonna have a blast with this one. Teef, you're not a real Lakers fan.
He's not a Lakers fan either. He roots for Russell.
Okay, but when I'm a die. Hold on, because we're not gonna do this. I'm a die-hard West fan. So I watch all the Lakers game though. So whatever team Russ is on, whatever team Russ is on, I'm a fan of all those players. I used to be a LeBron hater, but no, I'm saying when he says you're not a real Lakers fan, you're not watching the games every single night like me.
That's what I mean. You're not watching every single
night. That's not true. That's not true. There's no way you watch the games every single night and have the opinions that you do. I'm sorry.
You said Russ isn't coming off the bench.
Oh my God, bro! Why you keep bringing it up? First of all,
wait.
It's like the third game of the season.
First of all, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I said when AD returns, he needs to continue to come on the bench.
Why would he not? Wait, hold on. Regardless, why would he not continue to be off the bench when he was on the bench when AD? Bro, it was one game where AD, LeBron, Reeves were all out, and he was still on the bench.
This is not the subject. This is not the subject. Yes, I do watch the Lakers.
Bro, Latif.
So is that the only opinion you're talking about? That's the only opinion you're talking about?
Real quick. I know. Hold on, real quick. As Lakers fan, I know all the games are really, really close. Like every single game is within 3 points. So you tuning into the game for the last 2 minutes does not count as you actually watching.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
You could go to my Twitter. It was the game versus the Blazers. We were down 25, and I was tweeting. I literally tweeted down 15. I'm like, here comes the Lake show. Here comes the Lake. Down 15. I know you weren't watching.
I'm not saying you weren't watching. You don't watch the games, and also
I'm saying you don't.
Yes,
no, I'm saying you
don't.
Yes,
I did. I didn't watch the Blazers game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna act like I did. I didn't watch the Blazers game.
We know you do.
I'm just saying, you only said because I say they shouldn't play Russ in crunch time, which they should not, because he fucking sucks in crunch time. They don't need to play him.
Everything is situational. It's some games where I agree that he should be on the bench. That Blazers game was a perfect example.
Okay,
I wish you watched it because
don't act like I'm saying.
Because I remember at the end of third quarter, I said, "Why the fuck did Russell Westbrook do that shit?" Troy Brown Jr. was shooting really, really well. There was no reason to put Russ in. But sometimes it's situational, and sometimes Russ should be on a game in the fourth quarter, such as the Grizzlies game where he was the leading scorer. So you can't just say he shouldn't play crunch time as it's a yes or no. Everything is situational.
Me and Zay had this conversation after you got off that FaceTime call. Me and Zay talked about this for a while, talking about who would you want on the Lakers team to be in that crunch time, and it's most definitely situational. Like some games, Russ is stroking that. Some games it's Troy Brown. Some games it's Austin Reeves. Like that Lakers team, there is no one shooter on
the only two players that they have to be in crunch time LeBron is AD and LeBron. That's it. No, everybody else is situational. Because we were just looking at this. That Dennis Schroeder, I did not know, was shooting 37% when he first got really from the field. Max thought that was his 3-point percent. It was 37%. But some games, I remember one game. I think it was versus the Heat. He was hooping without LeBron. I think that's the game we beat them without LeBron. This man had 30-something. Everything is situational. So just saying Russ should not be in crunch time is crazy. That's a crazy
let's be specific to how far do we think that the Lakers can go
with that
as far as the playoffs, as far not even about Rui Hachimura. When AD come back, because he's coming back probably next Saturday or this Saturday, how far do we think that, what's their ceiling?
So pause. Me and Zay talked about this last time. We were talking about being healthy. Who's going to make it? We talked about the Warriors and the Lakers. The Warriors and the Lakers. If they are completely healthy, why would they not? You know what I mean? Like,
so I don't know about before Rui. I think Rui.
I said that. No, you could go to the.
No, I'm saying I don't know if I agree with that before Rui. I think yes, they can compete with any team in the NBA with AD and LeBron healthy. But I think in the playoffs, it becomes increasingly more important for your bench to play well as well. So adding Rui and adding other players in the trade deadline, I think that's really important for this team. Because we don't need LeBron and AD like logging all these minutes. They're going to get tired throughout the playoffs. So I think making some more moves.
I agree. You could upgrade.
Currently constructed, I don't know if I'm picking them to come out the West. They can do it, yes. If LeBron goes crazy, AD go crazy. We seen LeBron go on runs like that, but that was like three to 5 years ago. So I think they need to make more moves and trades. So like, what trades y'all think they should make? So you think they should keep Russ, move on from Russ? Like what?
Let Jadon talk first.
What are we talking about?
No, you think they should keep Russ or no? Trade Russ.
Or what do you think the Lakers should do in general?
I mean, I don't have a problem with them keeping Russ. I think if you get rid of Russ, then your team just gets deeper. But I believe Russ is a great playmaker, and keeping him on the bench will be very valuable come playoffs. So I really don't have an opinion on that. Earlier in the season, if you would have asked me like earlier when that nigga had like multiple 0-point games, playing like a fucking bum.
Whoa, that's
he had
crazy.
no 0 points.
Why'd you? Don't lie.
Did he not have? He had like 2 0-point games, bro.
No, he had no 0.
I don't remember.
Stop.
That. I don't. 0 is crazy for us.
He might have had one. I think
maybe one. Bro, Russ is taking 30. Russ is not letting himself get 0 points. That's how I know that can't be true.
I think it might have been 0. I think it might have been like 0 for something from the field.
Right,
he had free throws and shit like that.
Like what it was. But if you would have asked me earlier, I would have immediately said trade that nigga. But nah, he's been playing as of late. He's been playing good. He's a great playmaker. So yeah, I would keep him honestly. But there's nothing wrong with like trading him.
All right. Here's the thing about, and let me talk. But here's the thing about what you said about trading Russ creates more depth. I feel like trading Russ creating more depth, that could be a problem. You're having 3 players. Once you have like 3-4 players trying to create one player, that's kind of like messes it up. You don't need that many. Rotation players in a rotation. In regular season, sure, yes. Playoff time, teams are playing best teams are playing 10 guys. Some teams are playing 9. Some teams are playing 8.
It's 8.
Huh?
It's 8, bro.
I was gonna say some teams are playing 8 with like maybe that 9th guy getting a few minutes. Teams, you don't need. You think about? You trade Russ for, let's say, 3 players or whatever. You have LeBron, AD. You're keeping Dennis. That's top 3. Now you have Reeves. You have Walker. You have Bryant. You have Troy Brown Jr. You still have Rui. You have Gabriel. I'm guessing you're trading him for another point guard. You have Rubio. You have all these guys that you kind of don't need. So I don't think they should trade Russ.
Who's the last guy you said?
I said Rubio. Like, in case I'm just saying, like, they get another point guard in the trade. Or
trade.
Richards.
Got you.
Or, like, Richardson, whatever. My point is, here's what I think they should do. Bench unit is fine. Thomas Bryant should not be starting because he's a spark plug. No matter how good he is, him starting, he doesn't have any pace. I've been watching.
So who's their starting center?
Hold on, let me finish. I'm just saying, because I've been watching Thomas Bryant since he was playing with Russ on the Wizards. That man should not be starting. He plays 100% all the time, which is great, but it's bad. He's playing 100% all the time. He's going to tire himself out. When we need him, he's going to be tired. When you could plug him in whenever, I think he's going to start establishing himself as one of those players who should be in crunch time, and hopefully he's well rested because of that. What's it called? I think they should do. I don't know if I'm trading Lonnie, but I think you have to trade one of the picks. And I like Pat Bev, but playoff times, it's going to be times where he might come in handy for like 2-3 minutes out of the game, but I don't see him that enough to warrant a spot. Stop it. You didn't watch the Blazers game, and that's why you're saying that. But that's my point.
One game, Isaiah.
But
one game.
That's in the point in the playoffs. Okay. I'm a Patrick Beverly hater, and I just said that we could trade him. We should. I'm just saying,
they should trade him.
Pick, Pat Bev, something else.
What's that going to get you? But like, what? That's my thing. Like, what's that going to get you?
Patrick Bev I think he's on an expiring contract. So,
all right, what do you think, Max? All right, so, Max, you made some trades over this weekend. So, how about you?
I know we talked. Oh,
can you go to Trey Jones on first? I think that cause you were talking about someone to come off the bench in place of Russ, right? So I think Trey Jones is the type of player that can lead a second unit. So yes or no?
It's all yes, 100%. It's all situational, right? Like if you can get enough for Russ, cool. But like, yeah, I wouldn't do an experiment trying to maybe this guy's gonna work. No, I think if you trade Russ, you get shooting. You need shooting in the playoffs. You need shoot. Right? Shooting's the one thing you need. So I think if you could trade Russ, get shooting, and then somehow I get what you're saying, Isaiah. Like replace that.
No, don't say shooting players. Like name a player.
All right, so we got 3 players.
You made some trades on your thing, so
3 players we're looking at. We got Isaiah Joe from OKC, Gary Trent. I'm just saying Isaiah Joe from OKC, Gary Trent from Toronto, and Buddy Hield from Indiana.
No Doug McDermott.
You could go with the trade right now is the rumor trade was like Doug, Jakob Poeltl, and Josh Richardson.
Yeah.
If you could try and switch out Josh Richardson for Trey Jones, that trade's a lot
But
more
here's the
interesting in my
thing.
opinion.
I'm looking at your trade right now. It's a 14 trade. I'm going to say the teams that really matter. You're trading Russ, and you're trading 3 guys.
Yeah, that trade's scaring me because it's really dependent on Sacramento being a buy-in team right now.
Oh, that's not my point with the thing. You're trading Russ and about 3 guys who get no minutes on the Lakers. We agree right now.
2 first-round picks.
Oh,
you
okay.
said 2 first-round picks. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't put
which
picks
they're
in.
not.
Okay, I'm just talking about the players involved, just strictly the players
Yeah.
right now. You're trading Russ and 3 guys who get 0 playing time. You're using 4 guys on that team. Playoff time are all those 4 guys aren't going to be playing. Like
This is my thing. Hold
so
on.
you need
This
Buddy
kicks-
and Doug McDermott to do the same exact thing. That's
This
not
kicks people. That's what I'm saying. Would you?
Yes, he would. He's 3 and D.
Bro, Josh
Yes, he
Richardson
is.
sucks.
Yo,
Stop saying that.
Stop.
Bro,
No. Hold
no,
on.
Josh
Latif,
Richardson
Latif,
in 3
Latif,
and no D. 3 and no
You're
D. He cannot
you're
shoot. I don't like you
overrated
saying
anyway.
that. Josh
You're
Richardson
overrated.
sucks.
And then
What do you
here's the
mean
thing
he
with that
can't
trade.
shoot? What
Hold
do
on,
you
you
mean
get Buddy and
He can't
Nigga,
shoot. He's not really like on the Mavs, bro. On the Mavs,
shooting 37%. What do you mean he can't shoot?
bro. When he's on the Mavs, listen. When he was on the Mavs in the playoffs, he
Why are you
sucks.
talking about
That's why they don't got him anymore.
Bro, why are we
He's
talking
in
about
the
Josh
Sixers.
Richardson right now?
Can
Why are we
I
talking about
please-
Josh
can I
Richardson?
please
say
Hold
one
on.
He sucks.
Oh my
He's
god.
not
Hold
good.
on. Why are we talking
Can
about?
I
Okay,
please
real
talk to
quick.
Zay
Hold
for
on,
one
Max.
second? Can I please say one
All right,
thing?
Max, real quick. Also,
Yeah.
you're getting, just let me finish. It's gonna be real quick. You're getting Buddy and Doug to do the same exact thing, and I know there's gonna be slight differences. And then you're getting Poto. Now you already have a big man rotation of Rui. We need Bryant to be getting his minutes and Anthony Davis. You're trading one player who provides you with a lot of playmaking for
Poto
2
be starting
shooters.
center.
Poto, and then all right. Okay, Max, you can.
Poto be starting center. That's enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
They literally just said they want Rui to start, but I mean, I hear you.
So in my opinion,
So you putting 80 at the 5. I think 80
Yeah,
is so
so-
comfortable at the 4.
I'm talking about the
80 is-
Lakers. I'm just going off with the Lakers.
You got LeBron at the 1. You got Buddy Hield at the 2. I would say, how tall is Rui?
6'9".
6'8".
So that's my thing. Is a lineup of LeBron, Buddy, Rui, Anthony Davis, and Jakob Poeltl.
That's
That's
not the
huge.
championship for me.
That's
Not the
huge.
championship.
And then your
Oh,
bench
he's-
looks
oh my
like
Lord.
Trey Jones at the 1, Lonnie Walker at the 2. Then you got Dougie McBuckets. You could throw whoever you want at the 4, and you got Thomas Bryant at the 5. That's 10 rotational guys.
They have
who
nobody to
all
run
put in
that bench.
business.
Unless you already said Trey Jones.
Trey Jones.
is
Yeah,
there.
Trey Jones starts it.
But I just feel like
That team's-
that's
that's
extremely unrealistic to be happening. But we talking about being
That's-
realistic.
I
That's
get it.
extremely-
I get it.
Palinka is not.
Guys,
Palinka is an okay GM. He's not getting his bag like that. Like
I'm just
Not
saying,
at
like
all.
I was messing around. I was trying to see what's happening. San Antonio's trying to tank. Indiana's doing whatever. Sacramento, they're 4th seed. Maybe they're trying to win, put some pieces around. But like I think if I get what you're saying. Have 2 people, Doug McDermott and Buddy Hield, who can shoot. When has the team ever complained about too much shooting? You know what I mean? Like worst comes to worst.
I'm saying you already forgot about Reed. You didn't say Reeves. That's kind of my point with having so many
That's what I'm
rotational
saying.
players.
Like
I'm
you
just saying
could
that's
throw-
kind of my thing about having
That's a
so many
good point.
rotational
That's a good
players
point.
You could throw
in a
like,
playoff. Like you literally just forgot to say Reeves. These guys,
That's-
like on 2K, that roster is nice. That roster.
That's
is
what I'm
beautiful.
saying, but, like, that's
no,
what,
but
like-
this isn't 2K.
I don't know. Would you rather have?
I agree with
Russ?
that point, Jay.
But would you rather have
Like-
Russ and the 2 first-round picks, or would you rather have? Because you don't really care about Damian Jones, Gabriel Christie. Like, would you rather have Russ or whatever, Buddy Hield, Jakob Poeltl? Like, you could make a deal if you could get Josh Richardson, Doug McDermott, Jakob Poeltl for Russ and 2 firsts, or Russ and 8 first. You're saying no still, right? You'd rather have Russ because you have no one on the
think
second unit.
You said
I think
Polo, Richardson, and
The
what
rumor
else?
trade on Twitter, the trade we kept seeing on Twitter.
Richardson,
Richardson,
McDermott, and
Poeltl,
Poto.
McDermott, and Poeltl.
for us.
Yeah.
I don't because the thing is about
See,
that
like-
is
Because I was just saying, like the drop off, like what you're getting, I would rather have like in excess of players, then you know what I mean. I don't know what the word is. They're not having enough, I guess. Like
I'm not saying they should stop doing trades. I just don't think.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like there's just no like. I don't know how you're gonna get shooting, like and what they need, because no one is coming out there on the Lakers team and going 4 for 5 a night, 3 for 4 a night. You know what I mean? Like no
Rui actually shoots. I think it's like 37 to 39% on catch and shoot threes, but.
I get it. Like, I think catch and shoot. I think catch and shoot is valuable with a team of LeBron and Russ is your 2 point guards. So I think that's good.
Here's also my thing. We talked about this a little bit on FaceTime after Latif left the call. Because of how Russell Westbrook played, which is good and bad, him just leaving your team is not somebody. Him leaving your team, no matter what, I don't want to say like forever, but as of right now, even though he might not be the third best player some nights, he leaves the third biggest impact of him leaving your team. So kind of relearning how to play without Russ is a huge thing. It's not like a guy like I don't know like a perfect example. It's not like a guy you can just easily replace. Like even if they have the same stats or use these many guys, Russell Westbrook. I'm not even talking about locker room. I'm just talking about the way he plays and how good he could be, and sometimes how bad he can be, and how you need him to change that pace. Or you need him to keep a lead, or you need him to kind of like I'm gonna throw Russ in. We're down 10. I need these amount of buckets, blah blah blah. Kind of need a guy to lead the team like that. You're not just getting that back, and that kind of leaves a huge impact. If you want to trade him, you have to really think about it. And that's my.
I get you. I'm looking at the last couple of championship teams. You got the Warriors, you got the Bucks, you got that Lakers team, you got the Raptors. You know what I mean? Look at these teams. They all have shooting. All of them have shooting.
Right.
The Lakers really don't have shooting.
So look, Max, I agree with Zay.
I'm just simply saying, like, I agree shooting is huge, and they have none of it. So if I have to give up Russ to get I'm not gonna say a little bit because Russ playing great as a 6 man to get a decrease at point guard, but a huge upgrade at shooting, whether I get whatever Doug and Pirtle or try and get Buddy and someone else. If I can try and get like a decrease at Russ to upgrade my shooting significantly, like the Warriors surround themselves with shooters, cool. The Bucks team have tons of shooters with Giannis in the middle. That Lakers team in the bubble, shooters. The Raptors team has shooters. The Warriors, you know what I mean? Like, shooting wins championships. It's not going to be Russ as the 6th man of the year off the bench is going to win you a championship right now.
Why not? I think that could be a big game changer.
Okay, so I think Russ. I agree with that. I think Russ adds a lot of value. First of all, this team will be one of the slowest paced teams in the NBA without Russ. And it's just like I just think Russell has really bought in this year. I think he still has the potential to like say he comes off the bench, right, and then he comes off the bench and he's playing against second unit players. Russ is the best player on the floor.
No, I don't think that's how it works, bro.
You kind of just reminded me. Hold on, wait, no, you're right.
That's not always how it works. Sometimes, yeah, I understand that. But
real quick. Also, I don't know how I forgot to mention this. Literally, we were talking about the Los Angeles Losers. This is the exact starting lineup that Russ took to the playoff. I mean, obviously no Bill, but Bill was injured a lot, and they finished this season like 18-7. I know it's not the same Russ. I know it's not everything's the same, but imagine you play the Wizards starting lineup and putting that team on a bench. So now you're in a bench unit, or you're going to where it's Russ, Rui, Troy Brown Jr., Thomas Bryant.
You're talking about that Wizards team?
Imagine
bro,
how
I
good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Wizards? That was in the weak East. That Eastern Conference back then was not good. That was.
I'm not talking. They didn't go far in the playoffs. I'm just talking about them ending the season like 18-7.
He's talking about the second unit. He's talking about the second unit.
I'm just talking about as a second unit though. That's the team that made the playoffs in a weak East.
What's your question, Jay?
But now this is a team that's now you're making that the Lakers' second unit. Imagine how good that can be.
It's all making sure that health.
Let him go. Let Jay go.
Health is important, by the way. Just making sure AD.
Obviously.
That's like the big
None of this matters if AD isn't 100%.
I have a quick question. All right, so.
For who?
So, I would ask Latif, but Latif don't be watching them niggas for real. I'm not going cap like you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking the question because I don't watch the Lakers like bro. If I'm being real, I'm not Latif. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Get on here and cap. But Russ is damn near playing 30 minutes a game. That's damn near. That's basically starter minutes.
That's what I'm saying. That's hard. That's third biggest impact kind of. That's gonna be a hard thing to replace.
So,
what's your
question?
Question?
Like the whole thing of like T saying Russ coming off the bench and just killing the second unit. How does Russ play when he's on the floor with Bron? Because 30 minutes that's a lot. So he has to play with Bron like frequently. You know what I'm saying? So how does that work?
him and Bron kind of split taking the ball up the court, and I think it's huge for sometimes Bron to take breathers while him still being on the court, and that's kind of what Russ does. Sometimes Bron, and it kind of pisses me off. Sometimes it kind of happens like late into the game where I do want Bron to have the ball. Bron would just go into the corner or go to the wing, and it'll be a screen like when AD was healthy. It'll kind of be AD screens with Russell Westbrook and AD pick and rolls, or Russ and now Thomas Bryant pick and rolls. But now you still have LeBron on the court being kind of off guard, him taking a breather, but him still being able to, like, all right, give me the ball. You don't have to call a timeout for me to get into the game. So they kind of still do work well together. And then most of the time when Russ is on the court and LeBron's not, it's more of him. I think it's more of maintaining them. So, like, Blazers coming back. They're coming back, but they're still down. This is right before the end of before the start of the fourth quarter. But LeBron, Dennis Schroeder, best two players on that court that night. But they can't play that whole third quarter if you still need to win this game in the fourth. This is where Russ comes in. Mind you, Russ was not a part of that run, and they don't go on that run with Russ being on the court the way he was playing that night. And this is still him being on an off night. But due to him still being a great point guard, due to him still being a great facilitator, playmaker, Dennis LeBron came off the court down 5, or I want to say down 7. They entered the court like about 6 minutes later, probably 10 minutes left, 9 minutes left in the fourth, and it's still a 5-point game. I'm not saying Russ is going to go MVP Russ and they're down 5. He's going to make it up 15. He's not at that point in his career yet, especially when they have him on the court with. They have him on the court with guys like Troy Brown Jr. Thomas Bryant was playing great that game, so he wasn't even on the court because he was taking a breather too. They have him on the court with guys like Troy Brown Jr., whole bunch of guys that just like, if Russ not on that team. Now that's the point where, all right, LeBron's out the game, Schroeder's out the game, Bryant's out the game. All right, time for us to, we had a 25-point lead. Let's go back to that. And Russ was like, nah, I'm just going to, let's maintain it. And there was times where I was like, Russ was pissing me off, where he could have probably tied it. It was like possession at the end of the third. I'm like, Russ, what are you doing? You got other guy, him and his free throw problem. But he still did a great job of maintaining it. So when LeBron did come back in, that's when they started fourth quarter. That's when they beat them by because they won the game by 10. That doesn't happen with LeBron, Dennis Schroeder, all those guys don't have a moment to relax and take a break.
For sure.
I think we should move on to the 2018 draft. I think we should move into our redraft. I think just final remarks by everybody. Like, you guys can all say what you got to say about the Lakers because I think that's probably the most whatever. I mean, we obviously talking about it. It's probably the most interesting team in basketball. My final thing is just simply that I think they need more shooting than playmaking. You know what I mean? I'd rather have more shooting.
But, if they get shooting cheap,
if you can get Grayson Allen,
if they can get
Isaiah
shooting
Joe,
cheap, I feel like that matters. Yeah,
Grayson Allen, Isaiah Joe, someone like that.
If you're trading Russ, it has to be worth. I'm not saying Doug McDermott is not. I'm saying as a Russ fan, only team I would consider them give out if they get Buddy and somebody else, not Miles. They're not getting Miles. They have to get Buddy and something for it to be worth Russ. That's my opinion. It has to be a rotational piece. Some piece that's going to get playoff minutes in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I got you.
All right, so
that's my.
Go.
My final.
You got it.
Okay, you go. All right, my final remark about the Lakers is I said this last podcast. I don't think everybody got to see it because that's the one that got corrupted. These late games are building characters for the Lakers, and I'm saying this time, and it's going to be very helpful come playoff time. Down 25, come back versus the Lakers and beat them. I remember I posted this on Instagram. I thought we were going to lose the game. It was 116 to 111 versus Grizzlies. 1 minute, I want to say 30 seconds remaining. I was going to start calling it a lost cause. It's going to be a free throw game. They win that game. Was that the Shannon Sharp game?
Was it the Shannon Sharp game?
Yeah, Shannon Sharp game. These games are building characters for the Lakers, and I forgot who said, what does that mean? They're losing these, but I'm telling them now they're winning these close games. I think they're going to continue winning it because let's be honest, until AD comes back, they're not blowing any team out. They're not blowing a single team out in the league until AD comes back. So they're going to continue to have a close game. Clippers game probably going to be a close game tonight. So that's my final remark. These close games are building character for the Lakers, and come playoff time, if everybody's healthy, it's going to show. It's going to show.
Go ahead, Jay.
All right, so we're introducing something new to the podcast. We're introducing something new to the podcast. We're gonna start doing the redrafts. So is this gonna be like a weekly? No, it can't be weekly. How are we going forward?
We're gonna do a weekly. We're gonna do a weekly.
How about just every time? Bi-weekly because I'm on a
that's good. We'll talk about it, but that's not
something we're interested in. As far as
it's going to be NFL, NBA too.
Yeah, NFL and NBA. We've talked about it.
Yeah, we just decided on doing a 2018 NBA redraft. This draft is pretty infamous for the Luka and Trae Young trade. So it'll be fun to see how we mix it up. I believe this draft is low key kind of deep in a sense. Yeah, it's very deep.
It's deep.
And you could exchange some of the players. Like a lot of the players, late bloomers, so they came on late.
Yeah,
and
deep.
so a lot of them we picked way higher. So just let me know when y'all ready for us stuff. So we gonna spin a wheel and see who goes first. And we gonna do it. Are we
doing the lottery or doing top 16? So we all get 4 picks. What are we doing?
Top 16. I like that.
We can do top 16.
Top 16. So we all get 4 picks.
All right, I'm finna share my screen for 1 second. Okay. Y'all can see it?
Yep, we all good.
All right, so first pick, we're gonna spin it right here.
I think first pick's the only obvious, like the most obvious one.
All right, bro.
To be honest, yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, well, Latif, let's do no GM.
Latif first pick.
Remove. That was so dumb.
I removed it, bro.
No, you didn't. Your name's still here.
Zay second pick.
Zay 2.
Oh, my name isn't there.
Yeah, gotta remove it.
Okay.
It's lagging for me, so I don't even know. Is it me?
That's
3?
some fucking dick shit.
All right, y'all.
Wait, so is it gonna be?
The
Is it gonna
draft
be
starts
1,
at
2, 3,
Draft
4?
starts at 4, so
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
that's what I'm saying. So you guys would do snake draft? So yeah, exactly.
I thought we
Snake
just
draft?
keeping it in order. I thought we just keep it
Fuck
in
no.
order.
No, yeah, keep it in order.
No,
keep it
nigga,
in
I'm
order.
getting
bro.
dope.
Bro, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a team. It's not a team.
I think
It's not a
it'd be
team.
more-
It's not a
It's
team.
not a team.
It don't
It's
matter,
just so we
dude.
can. Yeah, this is just
We
so
can
we
do
can
teams.
like.
We can do team ones later. I think we should do teams where we do like age groups, like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I get it.
all
Yeah.
time drafts.
Pick teams.
We
Yeah.
do
It's
teams
'cause-
like that, but
Because
That's
I'm not
cool.
gonna lie, no matter if
Normal
you do
draft.
snake or not, first, especially with this draft,
Top
only
three,
the first
top 3
two.
decided. The top 3 decided.
Yeah,
There's 3
like
players who are
number
easily-
4 has no chance of winning, so there's no point of doing team. And there's some drafts where it's only top two teams would have a chance, so it's no point of doing that. So yeah.
Man, I don't know. I might disagree with that, but the top 3 picks in this draft I think are easy. So Jay.
No, yeah, I'm talking about. You don't think there's some drafts where only if only the top two picks would matter?
I don't know. I
There's
mean,
some.
if 4 and 5 are good, you could have a pretty stacked team. I'm not gonna lie.
maybe that's
4 and
that
5.
draft with Zion and Ja. That's probably one of those.
Yeah, some drafts are deep though. So all right, let's get started. T-Field first.
All right, my first pick is obviously Luka. Luka to the Suns. They pair up Luka with Devin Booker, and they won the championship with that roster. Well, they're gonna obviously add to it, but you get Luka, you don't need CP, and then I just think the 2 of the best scorers in the league, championship. That's simple.
I'm the Kings. I already have Fox at this point, and I'm not here to start arguing between Shea and Trae Young. Blah blah blah. I think they're really really close. I think people disrespect Trae Young for his playoff success. I think here you go. Disrespect him. I think people disrespect him his playoff success. He made the conference finals as a really young player. He has troubles. He does have efficiency issues, whatnot. I think he's still a really good player. But because I'm the Kings, I already have Fox. I rather see Shea on that team.
Okay,
Trey?
I think
Shea.
I think
Oh,
Shea,
okay,
I think Shea works.
I think if you're a different team,
Yeah, I get it.
then we
Yeah,
might
I
have
get
it.
it.
Like
So-
for the Suns, for example, I might pick Trae Young because I already have Booker, and Trae Young is a better point guard. The term point guard, in my opinion. Obviously, it changes, but I think at least for the King, I don't think it's a blow. I don't think Shea. No matter what, I think it's situational, and
I
for
think
this
that's
situation,
So Zay, with the second overall pick, because I ain't gonna lie for taking.
I said Shea.
No,
I
you
said
gotta
Shea.
say like it's easier for me to edit. I just
for the
use
second round
For the
overall pick, the Kings are selecting Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Thank you.
Like I said earlier, this is the top 3 are easy. You
I
could
need
put,
all y'all
you
to
could
say it
do-
though, so I can edit it on TikTok.
That's
to make it
cool.
easier. Thank you.
Lucas won. Shay and Trey are 2-3. So with the 3rd overall pick, the Atlanta Hawks are gonna go with their guy Trae Young. Easy.
Good, dude.
Yeah, it starts at 4. Draft starts at 4.
Wait.
Draft starts at 4.
Nah, I gotta think.
You got a whole bunch of guys.
Wait, so nobody got
Shea,
Shea,
right?
right?
Option.
No,
Shea got
they
picked
Shea.
second, dummy.
Swear. Fuck.
Luka, Shea, Trey. That was 1, 2, 3.
Fuck.
I think Marvin Bagley.
All right, no, this is
Marvin Bagley
this is
for
where, you know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm more of a fit type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Knox.
Fuck, man. No, number
Draft
4.
right.
I'm probably.
The Grizzlies.
This is
What were you saying?
Go ahead. I mean, you got MPJ on the board. You know what I'm saying?
You got a lot of guys. MPJ. You got Mikal Bridges, Miles Bridges, Wendell Carter, Jaren Jackson.
Number 4. I'm keeping it original. I'm probably still taking Jaren Jackson. From keeping it real.
Fair.
Good pick.
That's a decent pick.
Good pick.
So Dallas does not have Luka Doncic. So with the 5th overall pick, I am taking Michael Porter Jr. Yeah.
That's pretty fair. The Kings at this point, 2018 Kings. I'm so sorry. Hold on. This is the last thing, so we can take a little bit.
No, this is Orlando.
Huh?
This is Orlando.
Oh, this is for Orlando. Oh, shoot. Oh, then I'm keeping. Oh, wait, hold on. Orlando, 2018 Orlando. This is before they took Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba was supposed to be that guy. Fuck.
20.
He was.
Was he though?
Oh my lord.
Like,
at this point, you have no real guard, and I'm sorry, I've watched enough. I don't wait. So you took JJJ, right? And you took Michael Porter Jr.
I did.
Give me Anthony Simons. Give me Anthony Simons. That boy is a bucket. I don't know if he's gonna be your star point. All right, with the 8th overall pick, right? Or with the 6th overall pick, I'm taking Anthony Simons because I don't know if he's gonna be your star point guard or whatever. But whoever you pair him up with next in the backcourt or whatever, that can be a really good team. And it's kind of what they have going on right now. I think it has the potential to be better depending on who you pair him up with in the following drafts or free agency. So,
all right.
Simons.
They also have a boatload of centers, which they don't need. So
yeah.
All right. I'm the Chicago Bulls right now. I'm trying to look at my roster because even though watching those Bulls teams, I did not care who was on those teams.
They had nobody.
All right, so I think it's 2 choices for me. I'm either gonna go with a guard or a wing. I don't know.
Wait, no big man.
Nah, I trust me. I see DeAndre Ayton on the list right now. I know. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I'm looking at this team. They had Robin Lopez.
That's crazy. DeAndre Ayton slipped this far.
You had Larry Markkinen. See, I'd say this today. Right now, I'll go with it. I'm gonna pick instead of over pick the Bulls pick Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges is
over DeAndre Ayton.
Yes.
For the Bulls? No, why?
Mikal Bridges offers more to your basketball team than DeAndre Ayton does right now.
Mikal Bridges, I feel like if they take him right there, they're expecting him to be a scorer, and he's not that.
Yeah, that's not for a first. Okay. Nah, bro.
Cool. Hey, keep going, Jeff. I'll keep letting DeAndre Ayton slip. I'm taking Mikal Bridges. Easy.
Just looking at this roster for the Cavs, it's really shitty, to be honest. There's really no big man. Tristan Thompson's. I'm assuming this is 18-19 because it's the 18 draft.
Yeah.
LeBron is not on the team.
That was summer he left. My fault.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the 2018 finals.
This team is really shitty.
That summer.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to pick up DeAndre Ayton right here.
DeAndre Ayton in Cleveland.
With Kevin Love.
Wasn't Kevin Love injured like this whole year too?
Yeah, that's he didn't play when LeBron left, but with the 8th overall pick,
with the 8th overall pick, I'm taking DeAndre Ayton.
Okay, so I think it's pretty easy. With the 9th overall pick, I'm going to take Miles Bridges. Last time he was playing, he was almost an all-star contender. He had 20 points per game. He showed a lot of potential. Now, shooting, dunking, just shot rating in general, but he is really bad on defense. But yeah, for the Knicks, I'm taking Miles Bridges at 9.
For the 76ers, the year after Ben Simmons, correct?
They traded Mikal Bridges for Zaire Smith.
Zaire Smith.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
No, they didn't. They picked.
At this point,
I don't know what
Ben
did.
Simmons is still on the team. Obviously, you have Embiid. You have Marco Fultz, who really wasn't working. I don't assume him to start working soon. Knowing everything I know now, I think Jalen Brunson fits in on the team. So with the 10th,
That's a good pick. I
That's
didn't know.
I
We could have went way earlier.
What I was gonna do, I was hoping that I would just somehow fall to like the Knicks, so I can get that nigga back.
Okay.
So with the 12th overall pick, or no, 10th, my fault. With the 10th overall pick, 76ers, I'm selecting Jalen Brunson.
That is a great pick.
That's a great pick, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Jalen Brunson and Joel Embiid is interesting.
And you got Ben. I think Ben Simmons can finally play his role that he's supposed to play now.
Who picked the Knicks?
What's up, Jay?
Latif.
Yeah,
I picked for the Knicks, bro. I took Miles Bridges.
Fucking Jalen Brunson right there too.
I forgot about. I ain't gonna lie. I just forgot he was in his job.
All right. Can I please go on to my pick? I think this is a pretty obvious one, Loki. I'm looking at the Charlotte Hornets on a roster with all guards. We're talking about Tony Parker, Malik Monk, Kemba Walker, Jeremy Lamb, MKG, who is Batum, whatever. You have a lot of guards. You need your centers are Willie Hernangomez, Frank Kaminsky, Bismack Biyombo. All of them are buns. So I'm taking another center by the name of Robert Williams from Texas A&M. Yeah, I think they've been looking for a center for the past 25 years at this point in time.
Oh, y'all,
they have no center.
Y'all deep in there. Y'all deep in the first round.
Yeah,
is Robert Williams
a steal. There's one guy in the second. Boston. It's Robert. What you mean?
No, he's saying is he as good as he is on the.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, you can say the same about everybody. I'm just saying, but I think Robert Williams, what we know now, Robert Williams on that team would fit great. All right.
Did you say the number? Yeah. Did you say the number, bro?
With the 11th overall pick, the Charlotte Hornets select Robert Williams. Clippers had back-to-back. I forgot about that.
They did.
Yeah, this is where it kind of gets tricky.
I know who I want.
Probably
I think what team we got?
Gary Trent Jr., bro.
Yeah.
With the 12th pick.
Damn, I wanted him.
I was going
12th pick, Los Angeles Clippers are selecting Gary Trent Jr.
That's a steal.
That's a good one.
Gary Trent was another. It was him and Brunson were the 2 second-round steals.
I'm trying to look at this list, bro. With the 13th overall pick, Jaden just selected Gary Trent Jr. I'm gonna get the Clippers another shooter. I'm gonna get them Kevin Huerter.
Kevin Huerter was in the draft.
Kevin Huerter was good.
You just got Kevin Huerter, Latif?
Yeah, we had 13 right now. We got 3 more picks.
That was my next one.
Yeah.
Oh, fudge. He fit perfectly for the Nuggets, too. Him and Gary Trent Jr. Oh, fudge. Hold on now. That kind of just missed everything I had going up. Okay.
Another one.
This isn't what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. But I think I'm going to just do it and try to hear me out. For the Nuggets, I'm kind of taking a player that they already had, or a player that they just now drafted. I'm taking a player earlier to play that role. I'm taking Colin Sexton to kind of be that, Anyways, I'm taking Colin Sexton.
No, I kind of wanted him.
Oh, okay. I'm taking
for Denver?
Yeah, if I'm Denver, I'm taking Colin Sexton to not be starting point guard, shooting guard, be a great 6th man behind Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray gets his rest. Having Colin Sexton be your 6th man, obviously they'll be playing starter minutes in the crunch time, but him being your 6th man is crazy. I'll take Colin Sexton.
Troy Brown Jr. with 15th. That is insane.
Yeah, so it's kind of tough, I'm not going to lie. Troy Brown Jr. going 15 to the Wizards. I'm looking at this roster. I mean, they obviously didn't play well, but there's no like glaring issues.
We should have
Like,
wrote this down. We just kept going. We didn't write it down.
yeah,
I
there's
wrote
no like
mine down.
there's no like glaring issues with this team. Like, obviously there was issues, but like they have John Wall, they have Bradley Beal, they have shooting with Trevor Ariza, Austin Rivers on this team. Didn't know that. They have I was gonna go bench point guard, but they have Sato, Bobby Portis on the team. They got Jeff Green. They had got Ron Baker. They have some shooting on the team, but like I think I guess the weakest position or the biggest position upgrade center. They had Thomas Bryant and Dwight Howard as their 1 and 2. So I guess I don't know, it's a weird pick, but I will go with the 15th overall pick. The Washington Wizards select Wendell Carter Jr. I'm thinking.
That's a great pick. That's not even a weird pick. That's not a weird pick.
It's like, but I was thinking there's a couple different guys. You got, I'm not trying to expose the whole board, but that's the last pick. I don't care. You got Lonnie Walker. You got Dante DiVincenzo, Grayson Allen. On the bench, you got D'Anthony Melton. Like, you could use a spark plug off the bench to replace Sato. You could use an extra.
Do
y'all think
Grayson
Wendell Carter should went higher? I think Wendell Carter should have went higher, y'all. Because Wendell Carter is low-key.
No, I agree.
Wendell Carter is like a double machine. He's pretty good.
I saw Wendell Carter on the board, and I was kind of happy. But I mean, when you're looking at teams, like maybe I should have picked him for the Hornets. You know what I mean? Like switch the Robert Williams and Wendell Carter pick. But I mean,
I should have took Wendell Carter when I had the Clippers, bro. That would have been a great pick for the Clippers.
Yeah, maybe. All right, last pick, Jid.
This is hard, bro. There's not shit here, bro. I'm being real.
You got. Like I said, there's a bunch of good bench guards. There's a couple. Yeah, Jerry Vanderbilt's good. You got
nobody got Devontae Graham.
You got another center on there. No, there's I'm not gonna lie, it's a weird pick today.
No, Devontae Graham. Devontae Graham has shit.
There's a center that went to New York on that.
Mr. Robinson, I don't really want to.
I was waiting for you to say it.
I don't know.
Jared Vanderbilt was better than Mr. Robinson.
Yeah. Cool, but I'm just saying, Mitch Rob, if they didn't get Ayton, who's their center? They low-key need a center.
All right, so if we're talking about, if we're going off of this, like with the Suns not having DeAndre Ayton, then I'll take Mr. Robinson, actually. So with the number 16th pick,
I think that's a good pick.
I'm going to go ahead and take Mr. Robinson. So that wraps up the 2018 redraft. This is what I really want to talk about. This next topic is why I'm here, man. This is when I seen this on the list, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have a blast with this one. Just because this one specific team, everybody on the panel knows. Everybody on the panel knows.
We already know.
I bet everyone was watching.
Yeah, everybody knows. Y'all know me by this point.
Here we go.
Our last topic of the pod, we got contenders or pretenders. Y'all know how this goes. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna give y'all a team, and then you just tell me if they're contenders or pretenders. So y'all ready?
Yep.
The Grizzlies, are they contenders or pretenders?
Grizzlies are contenders. Grizzlies are
for
contenders.
Well,
I really don't think there's.
Wait, what'd you say? Zay, you said you guys both said contenders?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they're pretenders right now. They scare me a little bit.
So on this good 3-game losing streak they're on?
No, I don't know. I'm just thinking when I'm looking at the other teams in the West, I feel like there's 4 teams I would take before I took the Grizzlies. So I'm not thinking of them as a top half contender in the West.
Do these teams include the Lakers or the Warriors?
Yes.
No.
But they're not healthy. You can't do that. You can't do that. As of right now, they're contenders because the Lakers and Warriors aren't healthy.
The Warriors have beat the Grizzlies regardless this year without being healthy. I'll take Denver. Fair. I'll take New Orleans. I'll take Golden State today. Los Angeles if they get healthy, cool. I don't like Phoenix, but you could probably talk me into taking Dallas or the Clippers. I'm not sold on Memphis yet. So
that's fair.
Next game.
I mean, I get it, but I don't. Here's what I compare Memphis to. I compare them to not the way their roster is built, but their playoff success to the 2012. Well, the 2012 Thunder that made the finals. I'm not saying this team's going to make the finals, but if you remember those teams, if you go their franchise history, I think it was the year that they got Russ and KD. Or maybe this was the year without Russ, missed the playoffs. Next year, losing the first round.
Their
Year after
1-2 is
that,
different,
losing the
though.
second
Their
round.
1-2 is different. Their 1-2
After that,
is
losing the
different.
third round. After that, they losing the finals. Obviously, they never got back. And I'm not saying the way the roster is made up. I'm just saying this Grizzlies team is young, but they're learning together. First year together, didn't make the playoffs. Year after that, I think they lost in the play-in. Year after that, made the play-in, lost in the first round. Year after that, made the first round and second round, lost in the second round. Now this past year, won first round, second round, lost in the third round. They're doing. This is not just a team that just got hot out of nowhere. They've been progressing together as a team, and that's what makes them contenders to me. Like they kind of have this thing. They know what it's like to lose together multiple times in the first round, and the second round, and now in the conference finals last year. That team is there. That's a contender to me because they know it's not just a random team that's hot. That's
Wait, how
really
many seasons you say they've been together? Because Josh only been in the league for
I think it's 4
years.
Four.
Yeah,
it's been
Josh
4.
only been
But
in the league
each year they've made progress. Great
Yeah,
progress.
I agree, but I just think I don't know. There's a couple teams I like better. But we'll go next team.
Yeah, move on. Next team we have. See, why did this shit just close? Next team we have is the Kings.
Pretenders.
The Kings are sitting. The Kings are now sitting right now at a 3rd seed. Actually, having a very good season, but I think they
Pretenders. I think that's pretty easy.
But
I don't think. But in the
Good
words
regular
of
season.
Pretenders, I don't think
season,
anybody's
but-
like. Yeah, no. I'm just saying. I don't think anybody's expecting them to be contenders anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everyone knows the Kings are doing good, but I don't think anybody's choosing them to get it out in the second round.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely pretenders in the sake of this. But I don't think anybody's expecting too much from them anyway. But it is cool to see.
All right. Next team. Before we hop into this.
Oh, make sure y'all say everybody say like
For sure.
contender,
For sure,
like,
for sure.
separates from each other, so I can
All right,
we
cool.
can do TikTok. Just saying.
A bruise, parentheses, contusion, happens when small blood vessels break open and leak blood into the nearby area.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's
That's tough.
it's just a bruise.
I love BI, but I don't know. I love BI.
A contusion is a fucking bruise. So when, I don't know, you're getting paid millions of dollars, and BI is a dog, bro. Max, I know this is like one of your favorite players. BI is a dog. If we have BI, if Zion gets healthy, we are fucking contenders. We are contenders. We're deep as stop.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm with Jaden. If they have BI, if they don't have BI, no.
That's
if
what
they do have BI,
But
then
this
yes,
whole
I
this
think they can
when
make some noise.
the whole thing of before the season even started, or when the Pelicans killed the Nets early in the season, when they were killing all these teams, when they went on that streak, the whole thing is that this team is deep with BI, with CJ McCollum, with the leadership of CJ McCollum, and then the 2 young stars, BI and Zion. If fucking Brandon Ingram can man the fuck up and stop crying over a fucking toe bruise, this team is a contender for sure. So what do y'all think?
Championship contender or making the finals?
this
Like,
is
you
a-
think this team could genuinely?
We're talking
win?
about-
I believe
about
this is
championship contenders.
a team that can easily come out of the West. Easily.
I don't agree.
No, wait, hold on. Easily come out of the West or championship contenders? What I'm talking about, teams that can win a championship.
I
You think
mean,
this team
if
can
you
win a
come out
championship?
of the West, are you not a contender?
I mean, that's fair, but here's what I would disagree. And I'm going to say something at the end, and I want you to tell me. So, but here are teams that to be a championship contender is if I put you against a team, am I going to think twice? Like, here's teams I would put money on $100 or more to beat the Pelicans. Have no doubt about it. Think about that.
Don't say
I can't
Lakers.
say the same with the Grizzlies or anybody else I have championship contenders because I don't know if I'm putting 100 on these certain teams to beat the Grizzlies. Maybe like 20. But these are teams where I'm putting 100 or more to beat the Pelicans. Boston, Milwaukee, Brooklyn,
I don't know about that.
Denver, LA.
LA
Those are teams right there that I'm putting 100 or more.
Lakers. No.
LA.
Nets. No, I think
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
Pelicans
Let
and
me
Nets match up very well. I believe they match up.
And here's the thing. I'm not going to lie. I do not watch a lot of Pelicans games. If you want me to be honest, I don't watch a lot of Pelicans games. Tell me why. I just want to know, why do you think this team is the championship contender? Like, I'll watch a Pelicans game. I have no problem. I'm just busy school, and when I'm watching the game, it's a Lakers game. But like, tell me, just because I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I
when
don't.
Zion is on the floor, everything just runs smoothly. See, I don't like how.
Okay, and here's the thing. I watched the Lakers Pelicans game, and when he was not on the floor, that looked like a really, 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 really
That's cool.
bad
This
team.
is all. This is
I
all.
don't know.
They play.
Yeah, this is all on them being healthy. Like this is
what?
perfect situation. Because if we're being honest, we're always talking about if AD is healthy. I've never seen AD be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Pelicans same way. The Pelicans same way. The Pels are all
That's
contingent
what I'm
on them
saying.
being
So this is a hypothetical, in a way, a hypothetical situation. If Zion is on the floor, if BI is on the floor, and if CJ McCollum is on the floor, and then they have their great supporting cast, I believe that the Pelicans could beat anybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
So,
know. Yeah.
I think, first of all, I think the Pelicans are pretenders. But I think that's just a strong word to use, but I just feel like they're just not ready yet. Like, I think Zion still
I think
has,
that's what it is.
Yeah, I think Zion has a lot more. He has a lot more room to grow. I think he's gonna become a better player for sure. I think Zion's gonna be a top 10 player, top 5 player in his league one day. But right now, he's not. I think they lack really a lot of playoff experience. They went last year, but that was the only time. It was the first round. I don't know. See, actually, having CJ McCollum as your third best player on the team is. You can probably win a championship like that. I just think they need a couple more years, probably a couple more years. They were in trade talks.
If Zion or BI if Zion
CJ's game is he's gonna last a long time. CJ's game is like that.
But if Zion or BI took that step to be, I know Jaden, you think he's a top 10 player, but if Zion or BI took that step to be a top 7-5 player, you know what I mean? Like be a elite player, that Pelicans team is very scary. Like we're talking about that being the best team in the league. But like with how Zion and BI are playing, I'd say Zion's a superstar, BI is a star playing right now. Like I think if we're talking about the team in the future, cool. But like if Zion can put stuff together and I don't know, just get his shooting better for the playoffs or something, like and truly lead that team as the number one, because right now you could say Zion's the best player on the team. I don't know if
Zion is the best player on the team.
And when everyone's healthy,
Zion is the best player on the team. Even when Brandon Ingram
who's your number one scoring option? Who's your number one scoring option? Like I don't even know if
what
I
do you
believe
mean you
that
don't believe
like
that? But can you tell me how though?
Pelicans team.
The only no. The only
I mean,
I want to go back to Zay's point when because when you listed off those teams, you said Milwaukee, right?
Hold on, my phone is at 30. My laptop's at 13%. I don't need this bitch dying before it uploads, so I'm gonna turn my camera off real quick. But keep going.
But I'm pretty sure Zay. Well, I'm most definite. He said the Bucks. The Bucks is the only team that I'm kind of scared of because when they did play the Bucks, Zion did get boxed, and the only reason why they got boxed is they have fucking like their whole team is built around elite defenders. They have Giannis. They have Drew Holiday, and they have who's that? Brook Lopez. So that's the only team that I genuinely fear because of their presence on defense and the way they just stopped on. They built the wall.
Boston's a good defensive team too. I don't like Boston.
But
Boston
if they make it always they make it always to the East. They're a contender. If they make it all the way to the finals, they're a contender. Like so, because East teams we talking about,
somebody's gonna get bounced out. So I'm saying though, the only I know Nick Claxton has become a defensive player of the year candidate. Yeah. So I'm not really gonna hold that to what it was in the beginning of the year when they played them. But he was not holding Z. Ben Simmons was not holding Z. Nobody was guard.
Talk to me, Jay. So, what do you think about maybe the ability for a team in the playoffs to really zone in on Zion and
that's the only thing. So when it comes to the playoffs, as you're right, like you get to now you have 4 games to however you want to look at it to lock in on key things.
Jay, what's Zion shooting from the field? Jay, what's Zion shooting from the field?
I think like.
Do you know or no?
60.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just curious.
60.
It's really 60. High. It don't matter.
So I'm saying like shooting the ball wise. Like not layups and dunks. Like, do you know what he's like? His 3-point percentage. Do you know what he's shooting from the field? Like out
his 3-point percentage is
beyond
probably high.
15, 20 feet.
I don't know that. I don't know. I'm not gonna, I don't know.
Can I say something real quick?
I'll look it up. I got you. Never mind.
Let Jaden go to respond to my question.
Okay.
What do you think about them like honing in on Zion for a whole series and limiting him? Because we saw players like this is gonna be Zion's first playoff series. We saw players like Giannis, like Tatum to a extent. Like when they get deep in the playoffs and it's their first run, they'll have a lot of experience. Then they can like be limited. Like,
but then I feel like that
he
comes
was-
down
he was
to the
focusing on
coaching. I think Willie Green is definitely prepared for that. I think Willie Green is gonna scheme something up, and then if we have Bi back, then that's something I'm not worried about. The whole Bucks thing, the way they shut him down was being unreliant that there was no Bi. There's no really person to get a bucket like that besides CJ McCollum. I don't think CJ McCollum played that well that game if I'm remembering everything right. So I don't know though. Everything is relying on Bi. I'm being real.
My thing is, I think Latif pretty much said what I said like about the Grizzlies, but he used it in front of the Pelicans. Reason I believe Grizzlies are contenders, they had that experience. They had that experience of job being doubled. They had all that experience of like, all right, how to get through this, how to lose 1 year, how to come back next year. Oh, we still lost to a better team. How do we come back? They've done that before. That's the reason why the Pelicans can't be a contender to me. I'm not saying they're not a good team. I'm not saying they can't make it to the Western Conference Finals. I'm not saying they can't make it to the semifinals. Reason why I don't have them being a contender, the reason why I'm picking so many teams over them, this is really their first playoff run. How many guys do you just see besides Magic Johnson, their first run just win a championship? The chances of that, I'm not saying they're not a good team. I'm just saying you have to kind of learn from that experience. How is Zion going to be honed in for a whole series? Not just one game, a whole series. Brandon Ingram or not. There's teams, the Bucks, who have won an NBA championship. The Celtics, who have, who have been to the finals. And teams in the West.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta bring on
West, hold on. West, Nuggets who have made the conference finals, Lakers who have won a championship, Clippers who have Kawhi Leonard who won a championship, and Paul George who have had decent playoff success. The Suns, even though right now they're not doing the best, and I think the Pelicans do beat them, I'm just saying they have Chris Paul and Devin Booker who just went to the NBA Finals. You don't do that type of stuff your first year. Even Luka Doncic has been to the conference finals. I'm not saying the Dallas just beats the Pelicans. I'm just saying Luka Doncic, as good as he was, did not just make the conference finals his first year. Did not win a championship. He lost the first round, or he lost in the first round, second round, came back, then he made the conference final. Like, you have to kind of get to that point. I don't think the Pelicans just go from not being a playoff team or losing in the first round to, all right, now you're just a championship contender because they're third.
But I want to say this. I don't think that we're taking into account on how deep the Pelicans team is. I know that you brought up the Grizzlies. I know how you brought up the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies are relatively young. So they're the whole like
the Pelicans are crazy deep.
The Pelicans are very deep.
Like shooting and defensively, like they are crazy deep.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's pretty.
It don't matter how deep
comparable.
It's
the playoffs though.
It's been young teams who have been first in the West.
Strike the numbers.
Then they just don't
strike the numbers.
Like, I'm not saying that the Pelicans aren't a good team, and I feel like I just don't see how you make that jump in 1 year.
No. I'm not mad at y'all for saying that they're pretenders. I see it on
that's
both
literally,
sides.
in my opinion, that's kind of how the term pretenders came to be. That's why I said the Kings aren't pretenders. Nobody's expecting things out of them, really. That's why, like, the pretenders, what came to me, what I come to mind, is a young team. They just got really, really good out of kind of not out of nowhere, but obviously Pelicans have been working up to this, but they kind of just got good, like, really just hit a really fast pace, and now they go in the championship, and I feel like that's exactly what a pretender is, and the Pelicans fall into that, just being a really young team who kind of just had a big just improvement in one season. Are they actually going to do this in the playoffs? And my answer to that question is no.
That's fair. All right, so the next team we got is Cavs. I'm going to go ahead and say they're pretenders, if I'm just being honest.
Pretenders. But I don't think anything is expecting
the Cavs.
Yeah.
They just need more. Their wing play needs to be better.
I was gonna say that.
I think they need one more piece to be. They're not beating anybody in the East.
I was gonna say I'll quickly say, like, I love the Cavs. I think they're a great team, but
I think like the Kings of the East. Not
like
in terms of like.
No, I see what he's saying.
Thank you. I'm not trying to turn makeup or roster. I'm just saying that nobody's really expecting too much out of them, but it's cool to see them being good.
Yes, I don't know. I think they have a little bit of a better. They have a better. I'd say not
for sure,
a lot
better chance.
A lot better chance than them.
Sure.
But I think it's different just because if let's just say the playoffs are how they are today, they go up against Brooklyn. Say they beat Brooklyn, cool. You go up against Boston, then you go up against Milwaukee. I don't know how you're going to beat those three teams in back-to-back series, and then go on and beat whoever comes out in the West. Yeah, I just think like you're not. The Cavs are good, but I'm not thinking that they're beating the top 4 seeds back-to-back. So,
T,
Fair point.
you said Pretenders, right?
I said Pretenders.
All right, I think it's fair to go on to Nets. Nets, I got them as contenders.
Contenders.
Defense has been looking great. Ever since Jacques Vaughn got the head coach position, it just looked different. And I can't say a team with KD and Kyrie aren't contenders.
Exactly. Coaching's on point. Shooting's okay. Defense is great. You still have Kyrie, KD. Like, yeah, I agree. I don't know how he could be a pretender, but I would definitely put him in the contender conversation. Zaytif.
Contender for sure. Nets are contenders.
Yeah, Nets are contenders. They've grown into contenders, though.
I agree.
I don't know how confident I am against them being either the Nets or the Celtics.
They could beat Philly easy. They could beat Philly easy.
But don't say easy. Don't say easy. They're not beating Philly easy.
I think.
I feel like
I don't think
better.
No, actually, no. I think I got the Nets beating Philly.
I think that
it's not easy though. I think that series is definitely going to 6 or 7 now.
6, but yeah.
I just feel like the Nets, they contenders for sure though.
Yeah, about the Nets, I think they're contenders. I think they have a really good chance. I don't know. They definitely grown into it.
They need a lot more from Ben Simmons. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
for sure.
Better.
Yeah.
It's not about defense. I'm talking about offensive production. His offensive production stinks.
Yeah, it's so sad. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad to see that guy fall off that much offensively. He's scared. Like I went that Nets Bulls game, and like literally there was 2 or 3 times where like he has a layup and he just passes it every. Like it's like
wait, who?
It's wild to see that Ben
Simmons.
Oh yeah, the whole Ben Simmons
crazy.
Thing is so
it's
sad,
crazy.
Bro.
It's crazy. I agree. I miss Ben Simmons actually being like a slashing big.
No, he literally has the yips, bro. I mean? Like he has the yips.
It's wild.
He has the fucking yips, bro.
That the last.
He was supposed to be the next. Oh yeah. I know, Zay. You fiending for that pasta, my boy. I'm actually hungry as shit too.
I got Sixers as contenders or pretenders.
Contenders.
I'm not gonna say like, oh, what's the call? I got them over everybody, but I definitely I think they're like low contender. I think as a pretender is somebody I believe, in my opinion, has no chance of winning a championship. And I know that sucks to hear as a Pelicans fan because I called them a pretender. I just don't think they're going to win it, and that's not to say they're not a good team. You don't have to be Cavs are a great team, but they're a pretender. The 76ers can't be a pretender to me, even though I don't like their championship odds as much as the other teams I have in front of them. James Harden and Embiid, that's always like you can't. I feel like I just can't say they're not a contender because of that. I'm sorry.
They haven't done anything yet, so I'm scared to say they're a complete contender. But I agree, they're not. I was wrong saying they're
low on the list.
They're not straight pretenders at all, but I'm scared to call them contenders. So.
Okay, that's fair. Right, that's fair. All right, so it's been a great episode. This is probably one of our longer episodes. Probably going to end out to be
hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half. You know, the boys is busy.
Say, why you got that hot ass coat on, bro?
They got the whole puffer like he from my homeland, man. NYC, nigga. Fuck wrong with niggas. Anywho, hey man, it's time to wrap up the episode. This was a nice little episode. My bad for me not talking that about a little lit.
Is that fettuccine? That's fettuccine.
Shrimp Alfredo.
But yeah, my bad for not being as active on the first like 20 minutes. I was going through some shit. Anywho, it was still a pretty nice episode. Teeth, stop looking weird, nigga. Niggas weird as hell. It was a nice little.
Wait, hold on. Before you end the episode, I just want to let's start doing this a week. Let's see. If you lift your arms up, I just want to see.
No, I got a black shirt on. You can't see it, buddy.
Oh, you can't see it, so that means it's there. That means it's there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to Isaiah's birthday coming up, man.
Birthday tomorrow, man. 19.
Happy birthday.
19 in Iraq. 19 in Iraq.
All right, yeah. So we just want to say thank you for to all the support. Thank you for supporting the TikToks. Yeah, we just gonna keep going up. All the TikTok niggas, we need to make this a TikTok. All the niggas on TikTok, I'm gonna need y'all to fucking migrate to the YouTube. I'm gonna need y'all to actually watch the full episode, man. I'm tired of going on YouTube getting these low ass views. I appreciate all the support and all the interaction y'all be having in the comments. That's cool, but we need y'all to come to the actual podcast episodes. But thank you still
come to the YouTube channel. Check out the YouTube.
For sure.
Y'all missing so much. It's so much we don't post.
Yeah, it's a lot of content that you're missing out on. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And we're out.
Appreciate you guys.